beginners, professionals, DIY people, doesn't matter who you are, watch this video, I got your back. Check this out. The biggest secret that I have is that I have two of these guys. I'll show you why in this video. I'll show you why in a sec. So I'm gonna put that down for now, put it in a bucket of water. That's what that is, it's dirty, it doesn't matter. We got top coat on my hull, final coat, finished compound, easy sand, right? I have a 4-inch. Come with me. It might be a little bit dark in here, but we'll make it work. This is what we're gonna work with. This little room, right? You have to forget what's going on down there because I'm high on my stilts. I can't really get to that, so we'll leave that. And we'll get this here. But listen, this video is not for a beginner, but it will definitely help you out. It's for professionals, people that want to take it to the next step. If you watched a lot of my videos where I break down my steps, this is the next step. Quick disclaimer, I have all the tools I need. I have all the Can-Am kits. I got the Tape Pro kits for internals. I have that, but I'm not gonna use it because I never use it on square set. And the reason why is the fact that I can control whatever the hell is going on up there. All of my square set, easy sand. Doesn't matter how fast you are or how good you are. You can never do fast and good quality. I focus on quality, not fast. Everything I do from when I'm taping to when I'm top coating it, I'm thinking about my sanding and how good and how easy it's gonna be to sand. Real quick, I'm gonna get right into it. What I do is I use my 4-inch, I grab the gear like that, look. And just chuck it on. Obviously I've scraped everything. Good. Now do the same thing on repair. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this gear on everywhere. Alright. It's a little bit messy, but it's okay. I'll show you why. Why it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that all around and we'll come back when that's done. Boom! You go scared, I'm back. I done the whole room. Very easy, nice and straightforward. You know? It's nothing special, we just done that right there. Now I'm gonna do the best part. People ask me, why are you so dirty? I don't care, because my work is always clean. I've been top coating all day, but also it's very cold where I am. And I've been wearing 2 jumpers, same jumpers, for 7 days. You can see me, but you can't smell me, so. Check this out, so the gear zone right there looks ugly and dirty. It just doesn't look right, it looks messy, it doesn't matter. This is how you clean it up. Get a little bit of top coat. And what you do with that top coat is you slide it back there. Because I like to hold my 4-inch like this, in a peace sign. This is gonna allow me to put more pressure on this corner, but also evenly push the gear. And a quick demonstration looks like this. I'm gonna grab there, go about 100, put pressure on here, on this side, right? Not on this side, this is just to guide me. And I'm gonna slide and go. Put pressure on the bottom, and I'm feathering that. I'm feathering it as I'm going. So I don't need to feather that anymore. That's finished. And this is what it looks like. Put pressure. Go. Right. Come this way. Go. Go that way. Go. This is gonna give you the most beautiful internal, but also the most consistently feathered internal. But also, it's gonna be so easy to sand when it comes time to sand. Not just because there's no edges on it, but because of how filled it becomes once you finish. Right? So that's what it looks like. It looks dirty again and ugly and messy, but it doesn't matter. So, real quick, I've gone ahead, because this is a very big job, I've gone ahead and done all my up and down internals using my Can-Am toolkit that I do have. Okay, beautiful toolkit, by the way, does the job very nicely. Okay, but I've done all my up and down internals yesterday, and now I'm just doing the square set by hand on my stilts. You don't need stilts, you can use a ladder, but I got stilts and I have all the right tools. Some of you guys have tried this and you failed, and you go mad because you tried it and you failed. Let me tell you something. I tried it, I failed, but I tried again, and here I am. This is my best tip, secret, to how I do this easily with no problems. I got 2 of these guys, not 1, but 2. There's this one right here, nice and sharp, straight from the factory. This one's special because it's made for a specific job. This one's nice and old, been using it for 35 years. I just turned 24 last year. The good thing and the difference between these two tools, my English vocabulary is hilarious. 2 tools is my old one. If you have a look, you probably can't see it, but it's round, going straight and it's curved. Whereas this one right here, going straight and straight. What I've done to this tool that I've had for 45 years is I pressed it like this. I forced it. This one here, I want it to stay nice and sharp. But that reason is this. If you ever look at this internal square set that I've done all the way around like I said I would, it looks absolutely horrendous, disgustingly not beautiful. I'm gonna get my sharp tool that I got from the factory when I was making it by myself in the shop. I made it. I'm not lying. This is what I do. I get a little bit of gear like this, right? On my fancy tool. And all I do from here, I just wanna line it up. Alright. Just wanna line it up. Just fill it in a way. Because I do it so fast, it looks too ugly. I like to just go around and just touch it up. You can definitely do a little bit slower and feel that a little bit better. But I just want to show you what I do and how I do it, like I normally do it. Okay. Sometimes, right, depending on how you feel it, you might have a little bit of a situation down here, where you're getting a sort of a line there at the edge as a result from whatever the hell I just done just there, right? With the sharp tool, yeah, what you want to do is you want to have your tool a little bit up. Don't go into the internal and take it out. Have it up, so I'm like this, right? Instead of being nice and flush like I normally am going to be, I'm gonna be a little bit up. And I'm gonna go over, I don't wanna touch the corner of that internal, I just wanna go over that. Just like that. And what I done was I sort of kind of feathered both lines right back into the corner, right? And this is how you get rid of your edges, if you do have any. That's a little quick tip, man. You can do the same thing with the up and down internal, so it doesn't really matter. Now here's the fun part, yeah? After you do all that, you should be left with a shitty looking internal. But this is what you do. With my sharp tool again, if this was a big room, I would have done the full way, all the way to the end. Doesn't matter how long it is. By the way, this is how I'm holding. I forgot to mention. I got my middle finger right in the corner of that tool, right? I got my index finger on this point right there. I got my ring finger right next to pretty much the middle of there. And I got my little pinky finger right there. Also, I got my thumb wrapped around the bottom like that. And when I'm holding it, it looks something like this. All I'm doing there is I'm trying to maintain the pressure. So every time I'm going over that internal, it's not doing none of that. It's nice and sharp and it's not moving around. What you do from there is you get a little bit of gear and you swipe. And what I do is I go all the way to the end. So I finish it off. That's pretty much it, man. I like to double check see if everything is working according to plan. If I'm not happy with anything, I'll go over it again. Very, very small crossover, very easy sand right in the middle. Perfect. This will take you a second to go over. That's what I'm looking for in terms of quality. It's a big room. I'm gonna switch my tools around. Take my sharp, beautiful, sexy internal tool, put it away for now. Okay? This is my biggest secret to how and why I'm able to do square set going this way, that way, and down all at the same time. And this is why you guys struggle when it comes to this, and you do one side, wait for it to dry, come back the next day and waste a bunch of time. Like I said, I've pressed it so much that it's a little bit round. Now because it's a little bit round, and if you have a look at the sharp one, this is what it did. Every time I went to swipe, I sort of dug out my other side, or I dug the top or the bottom. I took too much gear off because it's so sharp. And that's not what you want. That's gonna be horrible to sand, and you're not gonna sand it, and it's not that. So you definitely can't use a very sharp tool. And this is why I have this fancy tool that I've had for 65 years, right? What you're gonna do there is gonna get a little bit of gear. Because it's very nice and curvy, it is not going to create a line at the top. That's my secret, man. Like, this is it. But you can see that I can get away by just swapping up them corners and not create a very horrible line on my sides, right? Because of that little secret that I have. That was about 2 swipes. I just want to swipe this side, that side, this side. And the goal there is to have a very sharp corner, but don't have any funny business around that corner. You see how easily I done that just by showing you what I'm talking about? Obviously, I'm gonna go over that again one more time to make sure it's nicely, perfectly done. And that right there is as an example to show you why I have 2 internal tools and why this one is curved compared to my other fancy tool. That's why. Because you're not gonna dig it out every time you go to swiping. And that's the most annoying thing that you're gonna come across as a beginner, professional. And you definitely can't do that with that toolkit. You can definitely go one side, one side, one side, come back there and touch it up with these two. That works as well. I feel more comfortable doing it by hand. It takes me a little bit longer, but it's always nicely, perfectly done. Any day is a shit day when you gotta sand, right? Because it's a shit day and I gotta sand, at least my work is not so hard to sand and I can do that nicely and very easily. You gotta be careful though. Even though the tool is very good at not digging anything out, because it's round, it's going to wanna go into the corner a little bit more, which is also another thing. So I'm still being careful with what I'm doing. Make sure it's clean every time you go for a swipe, because whatever gear you got on that is gonna stay on your square set. You don't wanna leave too much gear in that corner. You don't wanna take too much gear out of that corner. The secret that I give you guys today will be a secret that you're gonna take anyway and instantly become a professional drywaller with very beautiful corners, okay? And it look like this when you come close up.